you doing? Today we're going to look at dominant seventh chords that you can find within the diminished scale. There's 4 of them in each scale. The scale we're using is the half-step, whole-step scale. And I'm going to show you those chords, and I'm going to show you a way that I practice them. And I have found that it's good for my technique, and it's also good for my harmonic vocabulary as a way of understanding the minor third relationships. I can then use it in my improv, or I recognize it when I see it. It really just teaches me a lot of things. The diminished scale is very handy. I've been studying it quite a bit for the last couple of years and coming up with different things. And what I found is the more I know, the more I see where I can use little bits of it here and there. But this is a way of just sort of purely practicing it, lifting things out right directly from the scale. So let's check it out. I think you'll find it interesting. All right, so in the diminished scale, in this case we're looking at a half-step, whole-step scale that's written across the top there. And there are 4 dominant seventh chords we can pull out of there. And we see them there. I color-coded them so you can see them. So there's, within this scale, which I just started on C arbitrarily, there's a C7, an E-flat 7, an F-sharp 7, and an A7. So those 4 dominant seventh chords can be found within the notes of this particular diminished scale. And now I'm going to show you a way that I practice those on the saxophone. Basically, I start with the roots and work my way down, and you'll hear it, and then I'll show you written out as I play it too. And here's a little bit of me reversing this pattern. I didn't write this out, but I think you can figure it out. Here's our next diminished scale, and out of this one we get a D7, an F7, an A-flat 7, and a B7. I'm going to do it the same way here. I'm going to play it, then show it written out. Now, of course, these chords would go up higher on the range of the sax and down lower, and it's up to you to go ahead and practice them within the full range of the instrument. And I wrote this stuff out here, but really it's always best just to memorize everything, have it, under your fingers and in your mind, so you have access to it. And here's our final group: C sharp 7, E7, G7, and B-flat 7. And I just make mention, you see that the roots of the chord, of course, form a diminished seventh chord. So we're really building a dominant seventh chord off each note of a fully diminished seventh chord, if you want to look at it that way. So I'm going to do it the same way, play it, and show it written out. I've found that practicing these chords like this, it's very good for my technique, like I said before, and it's also opens up access to my understanding of those minor third relationships. And then, I recognize them when I see them within a harmony of a song, and I also am able to use it in my improvisation.